Water. It binds us, it separates us. It is the source of our food, the back which we ride on, the basis for our culture. Yet here in the middle of the vast Pacific Ocean, the availability of clean drinking water is scarce.
Water is becoming a serious global issue. While the volume of water on Earth needed for human survival and environment well-being hasn't changed, increased pressures from growing populations, industrial development, pollution, and climate variability and change are threatening this vital resource. This is especially the case in the Pacific, where water resources were fragile to start off with due to the small size of many islands and a lack of natural storage. Delegates from around the Pacific involved in regional integrated water resources management projects arrived in Palau to discuss the steps they are taking to better manage water.
The availability of fresh water is important to the quality of life. And I go further, it's important for the economic development of every country.
As my colleague from the UN said, there still is a long way ahead. However, with the effort and with the interest of all the countries and all the participants here, we hope that what we do will benefit the citizens and the future of the Pacific Island countries.
We support improved water resources and wastewater management and efficient water use to reduce poverty and achieve sustainable development objectives at the local, national, regional, and global levels.
Okay, this is a conference that brings together all the players in the demonstration project and the EU planning project in integrated water resources management. The idea of bringing all the parties together is for them to actually exchange information about their projects, to realise that they all have similar problems and similar issues, and therefore they can actually share in those solutions, and they can acknowledge the people that are doing really well, and those that aren't doing so well get a bit of encouragement to try a little harder. Well, water resources and management and wastewater management in the Pacific are critical issues to the development of many Pacific Island countries. Some are quite stressed by a lack of water and also by poor sanitation. So these projects are about demonstrating on-ground solutions, how we can actually fix some of these problems, about getting people together to join together to actually solve the problems, and to then get governments and society involved in actually resolving some of these very difficult issues.
Tonga is running a global environment facility funded demonstration project focusing on water efficiency and safety.
The IWRM develop skills, develop knowledge to improve how people are acting sustainably towards the limited resources we have. One of the major challenges for IWRM project is the political will. Like if the authority people don't want to do anything that the project is demanding them to do for the benefit of the country, it won't work. So political will is one of the major challenges. The barriers is that the commitment of the communities. If the communities do not commit well, there is no hope. The best way to implement the IWRM project is through the Ministry of Natural Resources, where they have good links with people, with taking from the previous projects. So they will bring expert people to work on the project. Integrated resource management, water resource management is when you get all the related parts of ministries, stakeholders, private sectors in managing and sustainably of water resources. Sustainably managing the water resources of Tonga is a quite tough task. And I see reduction of pollution in Navajo, especially the demonstration site. I see happy people, happy thoughts with limited resources.
So it's actually a very exciting time for the project, because we've really had an establishment period now, and we're now at a time where all the people are in place, the mechanisms are in place, the equipment's starting to get in place, and we're actually really going forward now to help resolve some of those on-ground issues. So that's really exciting. So in 12 months' time, we should start seeing some tangible impacts of the project. Not just a lot of talk, but on-the-ground solutions. And that's where we'd like to be in 12 months' time. Sitting around the table going, what have we got to? We're getting a long way along managing water, and that's really what we're about.
Well, for the purpose of our meeting with this week is working on to bring in all the project managers and focal points of Pacific Island countries who have demonstration projects established on the islands to come together and go through some of the issues that need clarifying from the project management unit in SOPAC. I use the term water will be in the next few years be worth more than oil, and everybody will be fighting for oil, hence the need to protect the water source that we have today. And at the same time looking at the end products of wastewater and where we could actually bring that to usage. And so a lot of education, a lot of awareness has to take place, and this projects have highlighted that in terms of promoting integrated water resource usage in the Pacific. And I see that as a positive step for the IWRM in the next 5 years. And my message was that it is really up to us to commit ourselves 100% in ensuring that the goals of the project is achieved by the end of the project cycle.
The knowledge gained at the conference and the commitments made by the delegates, partner organizations and governments mean a lot of work ahead. Work that should result in improved access to water and sanitation now and into the future.